Mistakes I made in my life. Just going through all this. So, number one, sleep. When I was in college, sometimes I just didn't sleep too much. I would get up at 1 a.m. in the morning just to go running every once in a while because I felt like a freaking champ. Because you know what? I get out and I do what I love to do. But you gotta understand when you're training a lot or when you're in school, you gotta sleep. You know, 8 hours, 9 hours. I would get seven or something like that in college, and it would cause a certain amount of problems. I would literally fall asleep on a run, and my body would not have that kind of energy. So don't screw yourself up and not sleep because everyone's gonna say, "Oh, why are you so lazy? Oh, I could sleep 7 hours. I could sleep 4 hours." Well, it's not about competing with everybody else. It's about competing with you because you have a job to one, do your day job, two, run fast, right? So number two, stop competing with everybody else. So let's go with that. Don't worry about how much your friends can drink or they could party, because that's the world these days, right? We're living in a material world. Everybody wants to outdo each other. Everybody wants to buy the fancy stuff, right? And nobody actually focuses on their own kind of thing, on what they got to do in life. If you're living in life and you're wondering how many freaking likes you can get, you're not really living life. You want people to like you for everything because they're not. I'm the crazy guy who runs 20 miles a day. Most people are not gonna agree with that. Most people are not gonna like what I do. So next step, next hint, hydrate. You want to clear up the fog in your mind. You got to be peeing clear every couple of hours. I tend to stop 10 times on a run just to go to the bathroom because I'm always hydrated. When you eat a lot of fruit, a lot of raw, fresh fruits, you're going to naturally be hydrated and not to, and as opposed to eating a lot of dry, crack foods, a lot of junk food, a lot of meat, a lot of dairy will really gum you up. But I've run into problems where I've gotten really dehydrated. If it's a very hot day, I've run through the desert before. Down in what I call Sicily, the desert is very hot, and I've done a 20-mile run and barely made it back alive. Actually, when I was a kid, made the mistake of just did not drink enough water during the run because, well, it's the middle of the fucking desert. There's nothing out there, and I'd pass out and on the road. And maybe I just didn't think about it then, but I'm alive today. But that's a serious thing because your brain would just shut off. You would pass out. You'll get any kind of seizure or whatever. You're screwed. So hydrate. People are living in their world and they're always tired, lethargic, sleepy, feeling like total crap because they're always dehydrated. They go reach for the coffee every frickin' morning without grabbing, some water or fresh juice or something simple like that to rehydrate the body. Start the day off with something hydrating. Fresh oranges, fruit, some water, and then see how your day works. Don't get wrapped up in this caffeine stuff. And that's my next stuff. Next thing, too much caffeine. Forget about it. You don't need it. The only time I like to have a little bit of caffeine is race morning before a race. That's it. And usually it's tea. I'm not really a coffee drinker, but too much is going to screw up your adrenals, and your body's not going to produce those natural, you know, is not going to produce the adrenaline on its own that it needs if you're always drugging. We're living in this material world and a drug like world. Everybody's all hooked on this legal crap, caffeine, whatever. It's all the same thing. So I say forget about it. And my next advice: stop listening to doctors. When I was a kid, you would get sick and they would prescribe you some sort of drug without having your body actually fight the disease itself. When your body fights the disease itself, it becomes stronger. You build up immunity. So nobody has a freaking immune system anymore because it's wiped out by all this medical bull crap. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the doctor, he never came to me and said you're dehydrated. No, it's take this drug. Why? Because it makes money. Material world, making money. Yeah, that's how businessmen work. You make money. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how we're doing in the old country. The idea, the way it's how progress in society and make America better is to make money. You know, tax people more, rob people just to make money, charge $15 on the GW bridge just to drive back into New York City. $15, man. I was making $12 a day when I was working during college. I was broke. But do after college, doing the things I want to do, coaching, running professionally, and then mopping floors. Now, okay, we're doing a lot better. So go with your gut feeling. That's another thing. go with your gut feeling. Feel like what you got to do for yourself to do what's right. Because, everyone's going to disagree, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to freaking do what you got to do. Lastly, get your carbs. Everybody's on the carbs. Everybody's on this high fat, high protein diet because they want to eat more fat to lose fat. No, the fat you eat is the fat on you, right? So you want energy to run, to do your job during the day. You got to carb. You got to get your carbs. Fruit, rice, pasta, right? No more of this high fat, low carb diet. That's why everybody's sleeping. You got all the brain fog. Nobody's thinking, and then they go vote for this Donald Trump guy to make all the decisions for him. But because you're all living in fear, right? You're not thinking. You got to think for yourself. You got to get off the drugs, get off the caffeine, stop listening to doctors, hydrate, sleep, water, sugar, bada bing, bada boom. And that's my last thing, living in fear. Going what everybody else does. When you live in fear, you never can really live your life because you're living what everyone else is. You're going back to how many likes can I get on this post? How many likes can I get in life? Forget about it. It's just you in this world. It's not about how much money you make. It's not about how much money the other guy makes. It's about you. And that's basically, don't be saving money. Spend what you gotta spend. Spend it on food. Spend it on the necessities that you need. An iPad is not a necessity. A TV is not a necessity. Necessities are good water, shopping at Whole Foods, I guess, for better quality food, and things like that. Things that your body needs. No more of this other bullcrap. You need to spend the money that you need, and stop making sure your bank accounts get higher and higher, because then you're just living. It's like you're being trapped, trapped under the weight of society, under the weight of these corporate giants, and you're just trying to make a little more money. It's like, forget about it. Money's gonna come and money's gonna go. So, then my last tip for the day: never stop running. Bada bing, bada boom. El Coyote Loco.